Good evening. This is Spirit Journey. It's been a while since I put something up on YouTube. I'm just relaxing here this evening, and I had some thoughts that were going through my mind. Just certain things that I started noticing again. Um, Last year, I had these watches. They were beautiful watches. I had bought these two watches in 2012, and I bought it to myself for a graduation gift for myself. And I was very hopeful, going through, a new transition in my life. And I just wanted to just spruce myself up and just, improve my appearance and, you know, um, well, either, anyway, the watches that I bought in 2012, um, they broke. It broke last year. For the first was just one of the watches, and I brought it to the manufacturer. I sent it to them by mail, and then I was told that they no longer have the part for it, and that they stopped making parts for this particular watch a while back. And I couldn't do anything. Um, I couldn't do anything about it. And then I wanted to wear the other watch, a couple of weeks after that incident, when I found out that they no longer do repairs. And then the second watch, it it too stopped working. But this one had a slightly different problem. This one, um, the the mechanism wasn't allowing um, the hands to move. It like would shake. And so I thought, okay, let me bring it to a watch repair place here. Oh, because I thought it might have been a battery problem. Because you can see it trying to move. So I thought maybe the battery uh, has low energy in it, and I wanted to bring it to a jeweler. So I brought it to the store where I bought it, and that department store has a jewelry repair department and a watch repair department. So I brought it to them, and the jeweler looks at it, and she says, it's not worth it. They said, to get this watch repaired, it looks like a mechanism problem, and to fix it, it'll cost over $100 to fix the watch. And it's just not worth it. And then she tells to me on the side, she says, I get a lot of, these watches, this brand name, um, brought here for repairs. She says, I'm just going to tell you, this is a cheap watch, but they make it look good. But it's a cheap watch, and she says, look, the inside of the watch, it's plastic inside, and that's not going to last. And I didn't know that. I thought it was a good watch for the reasons. I thought it was a good watch because of the store that I bought it in, and it was a so-called brand name, and it just looked really nice. It looked together, it looked strong, and that's the illusion. And I think the essence of this video is really about illusions. We look at things on the outside, and it looks so real, just like those two watches I had. It looked very well made, and the store that I got it in was a replicable store, but the maker of the watch knew that it's a cheap watch, but they were selling a brand name. Now, when I got the watch, I didn't buy the watch because of the name on it. Because, well, one thing, I don't know a lot of brand names, and it's a watch. And what I like about watches, I like watches that have a very large face on it. So when I went to the department store, that was the criteria. Any watch that had a large face and a second hand, was game. And so I see that what I should have asked the store was about the mechanics of the watch. But I thought because the watch was, in my opinion, very expensive, that it had to be a well-made watch, and it wasn't. Then, just recently, well, actually it was yesterday when I threw out this other thing that I bought. A couple of years ago, also around the same time, 2012, I bought equipment. I was starting a business in nutrition, and I was to get a professional scale. I went in the internet, and the scale I thought was a good one. It seemed very solid, and so I bought it. And guess what? About 2 weeks ago, it too dies on me. I had pressed the button. It's all electronic, and it kind of went on and then it went off. So I thought it was something wrong with the cord. And then I tried a different outlet just to make sure it also wasn't an outlet problem. And it still didn't go on even though I tried a different outlet. Then I bought batteries, new batteries for it, because it also can work with batteries, by itself. And still it didn't go on. Then I contacted the maker, the dealership. And you know what? They told me that they no longer, they don't serve, what is that now? They no longer sell or make parts for this scale. And it's only a couple of years old. I forgot to ask when they stopped making parts for it, but the fact that they stopped making parts for it, and they said even if you were to send it in, we wouldn't be able to repair it, even if we could find out what's wrong with it. So I'm seeing now with the world, this current world that I live in, that things are being made very flimsy. You could go to replicable stores, you could do your research on the item, but the manufacturer could stop making parts for it. It seems as though manufacturers just they're money motivated, and they only want to have a product that's going to last 2 years, 3 years max. And then you're forced to buy another one. And every year these products, especially electronics, are becoming more and more expensive. And I see that I had gotten suckered in at buying the latest thing, thinking that it's going to be, work very well. And then to find out shortly after that the model is phased out, they're no longer doing repairs because they're not making parts for it. So these manufacturers, as I said, just now, that they plan just that, to make it cheap and then no longer make parts for it, and then force you to have to buy a new item. So they don't even want to have a repair department, because they're not building these things with repairs in mind, because they want you to buy a new product. So it's a throwaway nation. And I think this is sad, that here you could go back like 30 some odd years ago, and you were able to get some sturdy products, really nice sturdy electronics, like dishwashers and things that wash your clothes. It was sturdy. I never, you very really heard of things breaking, or even televisions breaking. You don't see it. You never heard of things like that. But now you do. And again, you're spending a lot of money, a lot of your good hard-earned money. So what it's making me think to myself is, live simple. The simpler the better. And that, use your money maybe to buy, nice foods, things, that would be good for your body. But live simply. And try to not think that the most modern isn't necessarily the best. So live simply. Do better research on the items to find out how long, if it's a trend when you buy something, when things get when it's phased out and a new model, Yeah, do your research on this, and live simple, and learn to become more spiritually minded. And when I say that, I mean not to be so attached to this physical, fake world, but to focus on the eternal, your soul. And that's what I need to do more of, to go within and to become one with my soul and spirit. So let me know what you think, what your experiences are. You could comment below and tell me your story, what you think about these new products here, whether it be whatever device that you recently bought, or even like even cars, etc. And if you notice that these things are just, you get it and then it's just flimsy. Even the shoes too. The shoes don't feel the same anymore. They hurt your feet. Even if it's leather, it's just poor quality. So you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please feel free to comment below, to share your comment, to subscribe, and lastly to give me the thumbs up. Peace, guys. Bye-bye. And ladies, of course.